And let's get started. Pilates Thursday, 10 o'clock. Okay, we're going to start in plie position. I want to make sure you see all of my body. Use your chair, counter, wall in a wide second position. The toes are turned out, the heels are in. We don't want to be so wide that we can't control the movement. We're going to put our knees directly over our toes. Our head is on top of our shoulders are on top of our ribs are on top of our hips are over our knees, and our knees are over our toes. So pull those abs in, find your powerhouse, bring the knees directly. You want to push those knees right over those toes. You don't want to collapse in. You want to keep those knees over the toes, and let's plie and straighten. Bend and straighten. Warming up the lower body. And straighten, up and straighten. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those knees over the toes. Lift the heels, lower the heels. Lift, lower. It goes a little deeper into the upper inner thighs. Up and lower. Up and lower, up, lower, up, lower, up, lower, up, lower. Bend the knees, straighten. Bend, straighten. Keep those knees over the toes for 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, hold it there. Lift the heels, lower the heels. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. 4. Check your abs, shoulders down, necks long. And 1. One more set. 8, 7. Squeeze those inner thighs together. 4, 3, 2, and 1. This really helps the hip stabilizers be strong. We're going to go down, hold it, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. We're going to start on the right leg here. We're going to do a little balance work. So what I'd like you to do is find the 3 foot centers of the left leg. That's going to be the standing leg. Big toe, little toe, and heel. Press into the floor with those 3 places on your foot. Bring your knee up into a tabletop position. We're going to take your knee back, and we're going to go forward and up. Forward and up. The knee doesn't move. You're going to bend from the hip, straight back, and up. Forward and up. It's normal for that standing leg to get tired. Find your powerhouse to help keep your balance. Forward and up. Try not to rely too much on your chair. Keep that balance with your strength of body. That standing leg has a slight bend in it. Don't lock the knee. 4 more. 4 and 3. Strengthening those hips. 2 and last one, and rest. Now we're going to change to the other side. Find the foot centers of the right foot, slightly bend the knee, take the leg to tabletop, point the toe. Don't sink into this hip, lift out of the hip. Keep it strong, keep those foot centers working. Take it back, and up. Back, and up. Feel those hips starting to kick in right away. Back, and up. Back, and up. 8 more. If you feel tired, it's okay to stop and rest. We don't want to compromise the alignments or the technique. Up, up, 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Almost done. And 1. Good job. All right. So now we've worked a little bit of the lower body. Now we're going to proceed to do some work on the upper body with the core. So the first thing we're going to do is roll down our mat. Make sure you have a good view of that. We're going to stand at the edge and roll down our mat. Block it out. And we're going to hit a plank position. And with that plank position, you're going to bring the right leg out. Try not to go past the toe. And feel a nice stretch through that hip flexor. We just used a lot of that. And then come back and go to the other side. Make sure they line up and feel the stretch through the right hip flexor. Try to keep that knee behind the toe, which will now take us to the plank. Now, you have an option. You can go onto your forearms if you choose. From here, we're going to hold that plank, navel to spine, drop one knee down, then the other knee down, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and hold. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Come down into a bent knee position. From here, we're going to do some push-ups with bent knee. You can open your hip flexors a little here, pull your abs in, and bring your elbows into bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. 4, shoulder blades in and down, shoulders away from the ears. 2, and last 1, hold it there. Bring those, excuse me, bring those knees directly under your hips and your hands directly under your shoulders. And from here, we're going to do the bird dog. And the bird dog, opposite arm, opposite leg. Before you even start, it's really important to get those abs and core working. Pull the navel into the spine, create a nice flat back, shoulders in their congruent space. We're going to lift the right arm and left leg at the same time. 1, and lower. 2, and lower. 3, and lower. Try to keep everything in the trunk quiet. 4, lower. 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Hold it. And pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it down. We're going to change to the other side. Gather up your core strength. Find your perfect position. Reach with the left and right leg. 1 and 2 and 3. Balance. Concentrate. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Hold. 8. Pause. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Good job. We're going to finish up with a few more push-ups, but this time we're going to lift our leg. Bent knee position. Lift the leg. 1. Change. 2. Change. 3. Change. 4. Change. 5. 6. 7. 8. Good job. All right. I think we've got both the lower body and the upper body really warmed up. So let's take a nice stretch. Come on up. And we're going to go straight into some articulations and then into our abdominal series in the supine position. So let's go to the mat, face up. The knees are bent. The hips, knees, and toes are tracking in parallel. Really important. Chest is open. The backs of the arms are on the floor and they're reaching long. Smiling collarbones to the ceiling. Eyes at the ceiling. And we're going to roll that spine just down from the waist, nothing on the upper body. Scooping the belly and then going into an arch, a pelvic tilt, and an arch. A pelvic tilt and an arch, a pelvic tilt and an arch. Waking up that whole lower body, lower spine, circle, little circles. Breathe in, use your abs, scoop your belly, and circle the other direction. Now that we have that out of the way, we're going to articulate all the way up the spine. The word articulate means to go through each vertebra one by one, not lifting the whole back off at once, but sequentially each vertebra. So let's take a breath to begin, and then exhale, and start rolling up the spine one vertebra at a time until you go a little past your shoulder blades. Your body should look like a sliding board from your knees down to your chest. Your hips are high, your hip flexors are open, your abs are in, your ribs are wrapped. Let's take an inhale and let's sequentially go down the spine now. Inhale, exhale. Get all that breath out on the way down. Now let's go up this time one more time, but stay up because we're going to do a little back body work. Inhale, exhale. Hold it right there. Okay. Glutes are engaged, hamstrings are engaged, abs are in, ribs are wrapped. Let's go up into a développé, straight leg, and tap the wall with your big toe. I should say tap the ceiling here. Tap. The standing leg is really engaged. It's fired up, working the glutes and the hamstrings. Try to keep your hips level. And tap, tap, tap for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Change sides. Tap up, up. Make sure your hips, knees, and toes are up, finding your foot centers. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, glutes are working, hams are working, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. And let's roll down that spine again. Take a deep inhale. Exhale out. Get it all out. Good job. All right, let's add our ring or our ball or our thick towel to the center of our legs. You're going to squeeze the object until your hips, knees, and toes line up again, tracking in parallel. Ribs are down, abs are in, tailbone is on the floor, neutral pelvis, and squeeze the ring. Try to squeeze the ring or the ball or the towel equally, bringing it in and out with control in both the in and the out. Working those inner thighs. The abs are sponsoring the movement. Hold it there. Keep the squeeze and roll up the spine. Holding the glutes high, squeezing hamstrings and glutes, and squeeze again. Make sure you breathe. Scoop your belly, wrap your ribs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let's do one more set of 8. Hold it there. Now, no articulation, just a tap of the tail and back up again. Tap, up. Tap, up. Controlling the movement, breathing. One more. Squeeze. Take that inhale and let's articulate back down the spine. Good job. Release and shake it out. And let's just flex and point the feet and let the body follow. Bringing all that spinal fluid up and down the spinal column. Relaxing just for a moment until we go into the 100. Tabletop position to start. Arms come up. Put those arms into the shoulder sockets. Reach long through the arms. Inhale here. And then when we exhale, our eyes will be facing our knees. The chest stays open. The head is free. The abs are doing the work. Let's start with the 5 inhales, 5 exhales. Let's go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Make sure the abs are scooping. Eyes over the knees. Either in tabletop or straight leg. Take it in. Take it out. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more. And out. And down. Good job. 100. Now we're going to proceed to the roll up. If you choose, you can use a skinny towel to secure under your low back, which tends to be the tightest on most people. And it helps facilitate the roll. It can't be too big though. It should only be about 1.5 inches to 2 inches in diameter max. Flex your feet. Now press those shoulders, press those arms into the shoulder joint. Plug them in. Lift the pelvic floor, sink the belly, wrap the ribs. that powerhouse has to be activated in order to perform this exercise. If you can only go halfway up, that's perfectly fine. Just come back down. It's important to do it correctly and not strain to get up all the way. This is a difficult exercise to learn. Take an inhale and an exhale. In time, you will get it as you build your strength. If you're not there yet, just be patient with yourself. And back. Use your breath to help you. Inhale. Exhale. Reach long and then back. One vertebra at a time. Another articulated movement. This time we articulate from the head to the tailbone. On the way back from the tailbone to the head. Inhale. Exhale. Reach back. Flex your feet, it helps. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Notice we do these slowly so we can control the movement, not momentum. Core control is the name of the game here. And down. Good job. All right, we're going to do some leg circles. Make sure your chest is open. Your upper body is going to remain quiet but stable. Lift the right leg. You can flex this foot because it helps stabilize the pelvis. Cross the midline and around. Cross and around. So stabilizing through the pelvis as the entire leg circles around the hip opening without moving the pelvis. That's a difficult, tall order. But keep working at it and it will come. You have to use your powerhouse to control the movement. So navel in, ribs wrapped, and breathe. Reverse your circle. So I hope you could hear my breathing. That's a good indication of how it should work. Let's go to the other side. Point the toe that's with the leg that's circling. You can flex this leg that's on the floor. Cross the midline and around. Cross and around. Breathe. Press your head into the floor so your neck doesn't move. Reverse that movement. You're circling the other direction now. One more. And rest. In this supine position, it's really important for the head to be in neutral alignment with the spine. So if your head is doing this, you may need a small pillow under your head to elevate your head so your neck remains neutral. This is not a congruent position, so utilize whatever modification you need to make the postural alignment correct. Let's bring the knees in and roll up for rolling like a ball. Heels come in, round through the spine. You're going to be off your sitting bones here. Your back is in a C curve. Your abs are really tight into your spine. Squeeze your inner thighs, drop your shoulders, stay downward with your gaze throughout. Inhale back, exhale forward, rolling like a ball. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze those inner thighs, it'll really help. One more. All right, hold it there. Balance. Bring one leg out, one leg bent. Roll down with control for single leg stretch. Change legs. Change. Change. Breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both knees in. Come up as high as you can to the tips of the shoulder blades. Tailbone remains on the floor. Arms out, legs out. Exhale. Inhale around. Exhale. Inhale around. Exhale. Inhale around. Exhale. Inhale. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and last one. Good. Scissors. Hold on to the ankle if you can. Long. Pulse it twice and switch. Pulse, switch. Pulse, switch. Pulse, switch. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. This time we drop your head. Find those collarbones smiling to the ceiling, arms long. Take your legs in parallel, open, and then cross 3 times. Open, cross, open, cross, open, cross, open, cross, open, cross. 1 more. Open, cross. Let's take a little stretch here. Put your hands on the inside of your legs and press towards the floor. Take an inhale and an exhale. Your legs up. Hands behind your head at the occiput. Elbows broad. Come up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Squeeze your inner thighs together for double leg straights. Take it down. Lift it up. Start small. Challenge your pelvis to see if it stays quiet. Up. If it starts to move, then you need to make it smaller. If you're strong enough, you can go bigger. But be careful. Keep that pelvis in neutral position. Take it down on the exhale. Up on the inhale. Down. Up. Down. Up. 1 more. Down. Up. Tabletop. Time for the crisscross. Tabletop legs. Come up with the arm to the knee and stay high and then turn again. Stay high, turn, up, turn, upper body rotation, turn, turn, turn for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Pencil stretch time. It's okay to splay the ribs because you want to arch and feel the release from the rectus abdominis, from the sternum down to the pubic bone, stretching in opposition to all the work we just did. Bring your knees in, roll up for spine stretch forward. A little more flexion in seated position. So flex your feet, feed energy out through your heels. This is another articulated movement. Arms come forward. You're at an invisible wall with a very straight spine, an elongated spine. And then we're going to peel off with your head, then your shoulders, then your shoulder blades, then your lower waist, and then the top of your hips into a C curve forward. All the while breathing. And then you're going to reverse it, restacking the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 vertebra at a time. Let's try the last one. Inhale. Exhale. And back. Up into that straight spine again. Sitting tall. Ready for open leg rocker. With bent knee position, knees and feet are on the same level. A hip's width or maybe a little more of a max width apart. Elbows are broad, rounded low back. Drop the shoulders, lift the eyes to the horizon. As you roll, take your eyes down towards your pubic bone and then back up for the return of the roll. We're going to inhale at the top. Inhale. Exhale, roll. These are kind of fun. Now, if you want to make it a little more difficult, straighten your legs, hold on to your ankles, and round through the spine. Raise the chest high, eyes on the horizon. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll. One more. Hold it there. Balance. Lift the chest. Eyes straight ahead. Hold. Bring your legs in. One more supine exercise. The corkscrew. So now we're going to take our legs, both of them together, up to 12 o'clock. Circle them around the clock. Come back to center and reverse the circle. This is a lower body rotation. The upper body remains quiet but active. Press your head gently into the floor. Let's invert up, circle, stop. Squeeze those inner thighs and ankles together. Up, circle, stop. Up, circle, stop. Up, circle, stop. Two more. Up, around, and stop. Up, around, stop. Bring those knees in again. It's time for the saw. The saw has a little wider leg, flexed feet. Sitting very high on your sitting bones. Length through the front body, length through the back body. Arms up. And you're holding your arms from your back muscles, not scarecrow. Holding your arms from your back muscles. We're going to twist, look behind you, reach forward, stretch, come back up, keep the twist, and then come back up. Lengthen. Try it again. Turn the other side. Look behind you, reach, keep the chest open, up, back to center. Turn, twist, keep the twist, round over the leg, come back up, twist, back to center. Turn, reach, up, center. The entire time from here down is perfectly quiet. There's no lifting of the sitting bones off the floor when you reach. Turn, reach, up, center, turn, reach, up, center, hold that heart high, breathe, close the legs. It's prone time, arching the spine. Let's go. So we're going to start with a Swan Prep. The Swan Prep goes up with the upper body, then comes down as the lower body lifts. So it's a rocking chair effect. Your hands go to mid-chest. Your elbows press into your lats and your serratus anterior to the sides of your body. Your nose is in the water. You arch up. Now you're going to release, come back down and lift. Keep those legs strong, long, engage the glutes. Lift, 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 abs in, lift, 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 lift. All right, let's take a little child's pose before we move on to single leg kick. Now, we're going to come back down. We're going to bring our elbows to the sides of the mat, clasp our hands, and press our hands into the floor as we rise up on the chest. The body is in an extended position. The shoulder blades are in and down. The shoulders are away from the ears. You're going to take a point, a flex, and a point. Single leg kick. Point, flex, point, lower. Flex, point, lower. Point, flex, point. Remember to keep the integrity of the upper body throughout. Point, flex, point, lower. Point, flex, point, lower. Point, flex, point, lower. One more. Now comes double leg kick with a turn of the head. The elbows are bent, the hands are clasped, and the elbows drop to the floor, and you kick 3 times with your legs together. 1, 2, 3. And then you reach up and arch, lengthening through the legs, lengthening through the arms. Turn. 1, 2, 3. Up. Breathe. Turn. 1, 2, 3. Up. Turn. 1, 2, 3. Up. Hold it. And release. Another child's pose. Get ready for the sideline position. Good job. All right. So the first part of class, I concentrated on strengthening the hips, standing work. We're going to concentrate a little more on the strength of the hips, the stabilizers. We're going to take our legs into a tabletop position. We're going to come down to our elbow, or if you prefer, to the floor. You need a little pillow under there to keep your neck neutral. That's fine. And we're going to take the top leg and turn it downward into internal rotation. And we're going to lift and lower, lift and lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to feel this in the minimus medius area. We're still in that internal rotation. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep that knee downward and the toe up. 2, and 1. Good job. Move to straight legs. I want you to lift the leg and turn it downward. The toe goes downward, and you're going to take the toe downward, and then you're going to open it up into external rotation, internal, external, internal, external. Roll in, roll out. Roll in, roll out. For 8, 7, really working those hips. 4 more. 4. In, out, in, out, in, out. Parallel now. Straight parallel. And circle, circle, circle. You're going to feel the glutes take charge here. You're going to lengthen that top leg. These are micro movements, working deep into the hips, and hold and reverse it. Circles, small circles. You'll start to feel some fatigue. for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With that leg long, take it forward, take it back, take it forward, take it back, take it forward and back. Toe and heel, toe and heel. 8, keep the chest open, don't roll on the upper body, keep the shoulders stacked, the hips stacked. Abs are in. 8, 7, 6, 5, building that strength in our hips. Good for walking and running. 2 and 1. Good job. All right, let's come to the center. In between, let's do a little bit of hip circles. So we can either come down to our elbows or we can come to straight arms. If the arms are straight, the fingers are facing backward. If you're on your elbows, the fingers are facing forward. This is the more advanced position. Keep your chest high and take your legs into teaser position. Squeeze your inner thighs and heels together and just start with a small circle. Use your abs to maintain the strength of the spine. Shoulders are down. Now if you can make a bigger circle, great. Don't let the heels slip. Keep the heels together. Breathe, scoop the belly. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and hold. Good job. Bring the legs down. We're going to the other side now. We're going to take our legs into that tabletop position. We're going to come closer to the floor, stack our shoulders, stack our hips, bring the knee down in front of the other knee, up and down. Minimus medius working. Hip stabilizers. 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't forget, abs are in. 3, 2, 1. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs go long. They come up to parallel. And we roll the toe and the entire hip into internal rotation, the top leg, and then up into external. Internal, external, internal, external. So wonderful for the hips. Internal, external, down, lift up, down, coming from the hip, not the knee, not the foot, from the hip. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back to parallel and circle that top leg. Small circles, micro movements, working deep into the joint for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Fatigue is setting in. Reverse. 8, 7. Lengthen through that leg. Reach those toes to the opposite wall. Pull the abs in and breathe. 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go for front, back, toe down, heel back. Toe down, heel back. Try not to move through the pelvis. Keep the leg moving, but the pelvis stabilized. 8 and 7, 6 and 5. Abs in. Keep breathing. 2 and 1. Good job. All right, since we were in that teaser pose, let's do a few teasers. Teasers come in all different varieties. Today, we're going to start the teaser in our tabletop position, squeezing our inner thighs together. Good upper body form with our arms down. Oh, no, forget. Let's let's take our arms overhead. Make sure those ribs don't pop though. Keep those ribs down as the arms go overhead. And we're going to take an inhale. Bring the arms down to your side with the head starting up, and then reach, and then back down. You don't have to come all the way up. Get the feel for it first. Inhale, reach, and up. If you come up this time all the way, that's good. If not, just stay where you are. Inhale, reach, and up. Back down. Up, back down. A couple more. Up, back down. This time, let's hold it up. Up, squeeze those inner thighs together. Lift those collarbones to the ceiling. Drop the shoulders, eyes on the horizon, and lower down. Great job. Okay, let's turn over and let's do some back body work with swim series. We're going to take our arms overhead, prone shoulder flexion, slide our arms into the sockets of the shoulders, lift the thighs, lift the arms, and swim opposite arm, opposite leg. Take it as slow or as fast as you can control it, and breathe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, try to keep the body stable, 3, 2, 1. Spiral the shoulders around and arch. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. One more. Hold it there. Keep the shoulders back. Lift, dart. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Feel those lats working. 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Reach. Relax into child's pose. Feels so good. Come back up. And we're going to do a version of the snake today. And that entails the top leg to be in front of the bottom leg. And we're going to take this in pieces to make sure we learn it correctly. The important part is, the starting part, is the arms have to be kind of far away from the bottom. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to pivot into downward dog. Press the heels into the floor, and the shoulders and the back in one line. And then we're going to move into plank and just do a little upper body arch. And then proceed back from plank into downward dog with control. And then from here, we're going to lift up on our toes, pivot, and come back to the down position. So let's try that again. We'll go a little faster, but not much. Make sure that top leg is in the front and the back leg, bottom leg is in the back. We're going to turn, try to square the shoulders to the floor. You have a big rotation going on here in the upper body. And then we're going to pivot up into downward dog. Feels so good. And then we're going to move into plank, abs in, a little upper back arch, then pass through plank into downward dog again, and then pivot into the position. And since we're down here, let's move into a traditional mermaid position to stretch. Up and over. Top leg, bottom leg tightly bent, and reach. Let's open it up, and we'll go to the other side and feel another stretch through the sides of the waist. Take that arm back, roll it around the joint, lubricating, and then back into a rainbow rib, and then turn and reach. Square up those shoulders to the floor if you can. That navel goes deep into the spine here. And then back up, and we're ready for the snake on the other. So come to the edge of your mat. The top leg is in front. Okay, you have a nice width between the feet. You're going to turn, and you're going to move those arms out as far as you can. Keep the chest open. Remember, we're going to pivot up into downward dog. Lengthen through your legs. Press your heels. Come into that plank. And then a little upper body arch. Pass through plank, back into downward dog. Pick up the heels, pivot, and lower. All right, a little faster, keep it round. Try not to have a stopping point. Keep it smooth and circular. Arms out or you'll never make that plank. Shoulders down, abs in. Pivot up into downward dog. Press. Come into plank. Arch. Back into plank, into downward dog. Those heels pressing into the floor. Pivot, toes up and down. And let's stay here for a nice mermaid stretch. If your knees are facing the left, your left arm goes up. Shoulders down and feel the rainbow stretch. Open it up into zigzag, in external, internal rotation. Back over, circle, 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 and circle. And then reach. Oh, feels so good. Right through the sides of the body. Pull that navel in, back up, and sit. It's time for our stretches with our legs. So you're going to either use your ring, a towel, or a strap to stretch your legs. Let's start with the left leg. Line that spine up like a string of pearls on the floor. Iron the non-stretching leg onto the floor and feel the length of the stretching leg going towards the ceiling. Flex the foot, back of the knee long, elbows broad, chest open. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Find your powerhouse. Your abs are active. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Don't compromise your hips by lifting your legs so high that your hips have to come off the floor. You want that perfect alignment of the spine with a nice stretch through the hamstring group. Now we're going into the inner thigh stretch. Keep the pelvis square. Keep it to the ceiling, not twisted, not hiked. Nice and neutral in the pelvis while the leg gets the good stretch in the perfect body position. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Take it up and cross. Change hands. Everyone has a different stretching ability, so work to your potential. Never force. Just be patient with yourself. Relax into the stretch. You'll get much more flexible if you don't try to force anything. Keep the hip close to the floor as the foot flexes, and you're going to get a great stretch through that whole IT band area. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bring it back up and change legs. Neutral pelvis, square shoulders, and hold that stretch with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Try not to hike your hips. Inhale, exhale. Take it out, inner thigh, and hold. Shoulders down, chest open. Bring it up, cross the midline. Flex the foot, feel the stretch. And back up. Place the other leg into the tower of the ring. Roll it up. And let's take a cool position on the floor to do a little bit of upper body stretching. Sit tall, pull the navel in, shine the heart to the ceiling. Shoulders are back, blades are in and down, neck is long. And let's take our left ear to our left shoulder, pressing down on that right shoulder as you stretch through the upper traps. Breathe. Look down to the diagonal. Up. Let your eyes lead the way. Up. Find a focal point at each stance. Up. Down. Up. Back to center. Now you want to make sure those shoulders are back, the neck is long, you're reaching out through the crown of your head, and you're going to do right ear to right shoulder now. Keep both shoulders pressing down. Don't lean into it. Keep yourself upright and hold. Look down. Look up. Look down. Look up. Down. Up. And back to center. Roll your shoulders. Reverse. Now it's time to finish up with breathing. So we're going to take an inhale through our nose, and we're going to take every bit of the air into our lungs. And then when we breathe out, we're going to take every bit of that air out of the lungs. So important. Keep your arms long. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Take that air all the way down to here and then bring it back up. This is your last breath. Inhale and exhale. Great job, everybody. Hope you enjoyed class. I'm here every Monday and Thursday, 9 o'clock cardio fusion, and 10 o'clock for Pilates. See you soon. Thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.